Welcome back to another stream. I might eventually get rid of the Morse code at the end of that. But hi, how's it going? Welcome back to another stream in which I get closer and closer to level 99. I am just making a quick jot down of a note that I unfortunately took way too long to think about until like literally 5 minutes ago, and I'm like, well shoot, now I gotta write that down. Long story short, it's me thinking about how to make the stream screens look consistent across the board. I do like them, but I also want to make them a little bit more consistent across the way. So I'm gonna make it match, and I'm making a note of that. Well, maybe not match, but cohesive? I think cohesive is the right word. Previously on Avatar, this is not Avatar The Last Airbender, by the way, I just like saying that, we got really close to level 40. Now, in other days when I don't know. Long story short, I chose to not wear myself out, which was a good plan, which was a great plan. That was Tuesday. Wednesday was a whole nother ball of wax, because everything was very loud. So I did not sleep for hours. I am running on I don't know how much sleep. It's quite frightening. But it's fine. I took care of it. I will get the rest I need tonight. So I don't have to worry about it. And the bright side of Wednesday is I did get a lot of my personal projects and to-do list done. Like I said, I was going to get groceries. I got groceries so that I have food to eat during the week and meal plans made. One of them includes some homemade mac and cheese, which surprisingly has hot sauce in it. You just add a couple drops or so of hot sauce. It brightens the flavor. It doesn't like... And I'm kind of low tolerance on the spices, like hot spicy. Other spices I can totally, like, I kind of go overboard. I once pissed off people with paprika. So, I like spices, I just don't like hot spices. Anyway, hot sauce somehow makes mac and cheese better. It took me a while to discover this. You gotta, like, mix it into the cheese roux or something like that. Anyway, I accomplished quite a bit. Unfortunately, in the accomplishment, I did burn my index finger? Yeah, I burnt my index finger on a hot glue gun because I short-circuited, the glue dropped on the wooden table, and if I just let it dry out, I could have picked it off, but I decided to try to wipe it off while it was hot, and, burning glue hurts, and it's worse because it's sticking to you. So I got an instant blister on my finger. It's not hurting anymore, thank goodness, but oh boy, that was pain. On the bright side though, I finished up a cosplay prop that I was working on. It's one of those things that you can get from like a craft store where it has the peacock feathers coming out. Because I'm going to dress as Hera from Epic the Musical at a convention that I'm going to go to later next year. So I'm like, I don't want to con crunch, and con crunching with hot glue hurts. I scalded myself this time, but the last time I con crunched with hot glue, it was terrifying. I didn't burn myself, but it was terrifying. Worth it! I've already got a headpiece too. I'm debating on adding more feathers or if I'm just going to leave it as is. I'll have to figure it out. And then I also have to figure out the outfit itself. I have an idea of repurposing this one jumpsuit outfit, but I don't want to wear a jumpsuit to a convention just for practical reasons. And I kind of don't want to cut the jumpsuit in half, even though that probably would be the most ideal for me, but I'll figure out a solution. Maybe for once in my life, I will sew my cosplays instead of buying them from a store. I kind of want to do that, because then that way I don't have to deal with figuring out sizing and stuff like that, because that is a nightmare for me. No joke. I can never get the measurements right. Because I'm like, oh, like the hip measurements and the waist measurements, I always get confused by those. And then I'm like, okay, where on the hip are you supposed to measure? And then I think I always measure wrong. It's curse. Plus, if I sneeze wrong and if the moon phase changes, then I'm a different size, and then it also depends on what. This is a joke on women sizing, by the way. It's an absolute nightmare. It is so awful, and it's especially all over the place. The curses. But hey, it's fine. That means that I will learn a new skill. And I will expand my sewing knowledge beyond sewing a button. I am very experienced in fixing buttons, like a pair of pants or trousers if you're British. I fixed the button on the front of that because it was starting to detach. I don't think they were very well made, surprisingly enough. In all fairness, mass production can have a lot of hiccups, and that one is a hiccup. So I got some thread and I sewed that button back on. I am no stranger to repairing buttons. I have done it many times. And it's a really good skill to learn, by the way. Very good skill to learn. You can never go wrong by learning to sew buttons. I have yet to learn how to fix rips in clothes. And fixing seams that are breaking. Which I will have an opportunity to do that at some point. I also should probably learn how to hem my the pants on my legs, because unfortunately I have short legs, and because of that, the back of the pant tends to catch on the heel of my shoe and shreds the daylights out of it. So I'm thinking, you know, instead of just constantly cuffing my pants, even though it's technically fitting for me to cuff my pants, I kind of just want to hem them so then I stop shredding them to death. That'd be great. And this is even in the cases of times where I order the short version and like pay attention and be like, oh hey, there's this size short. Perfect. The curses of being short. It's fine though. Like I said, sewing is an amazing skill that is totally worth learning. And shoot, if I do that, and I get practiced and learn stuff with sewing, I could make more cosplays. I could learn how to sew this kid's outfit. For a second I said cosplay, but Roxas is not cosplaying. That's just his clothes. That is literally just his clothes. But like I said, it'd be fun to learn, because then I could also do that and then just make my own stuff. It does bring me sorrow though that options are very limited now. Rest in peace, Joanne's. You were murdered by a private equity firm like many who have come before you. You poor thing. That is actually, if I remember right, that is actually the case. A lot of private equity firms buy out companies, dump all their debt on them, and then the company that they bought out and dumped the debt on just goes out of business because of it. It's horrendous. I believe it also happened to Toys R Us. I cannot remember if it happened to Sears or not. What did happen to Sears? It was probably that. I know Toys R Us got wrecked in the same way. It's such a shame. I'm about to get into another rant about how I have a beef with business people. I also have a lot of beef with tech bros, which are very different from IT professionals if you ask me. Because tech bros will constantly install every single piece of fancy new technology in their house, while an IT professional will buy the dumbest printer on the planet, and if it so much as makes a noise without being summoned to do any printing, they will shoot it. Slight exaggeration on the shooting it, but seriously. I side with the I don't trust the technology sometimes. The best defense is a mechanical lock. Yeah, someone's gonna try to break in, but they're not gonna do it remotely, and they're gonna leave their grubby little fingerprints and marks all over it. Plus, chances are they're going to break the lockpick and make it unable to open because they're dumb. I mean, some people are smart with that and stuff, but you know what I mean. Like, shoot, in some high security places, I think I read about this once. There was this one place where the highest level of security is a person behind in a booth with a book of photographs to identify who has clearance. Like, that is the highest level of security. I think there's also some button pushing and a key turning involved with that person. But sometimes the best level of security is a human who is paying attention. That's... You can do a lot with that. Yeah. Oh man, that just made me remember the fact that YouTube is starting to use AI to make judgments more and more, and it is increasingly a problem. And it usually ends up screwing over the people who have actually been around and following the rules, and favors the scammers and the spammers and the slop channels. It's really freaking annoying. I'm speaking on behalf of the poor folks who ended up getting screwed over. Not through them or for them, just on behalf. 'Cause, like, seriously? Stop making AI do decisions. It's dumb as a brick. It has been fed the entire internet. As a collective, all respect to the people who are intelligent on the internet. They're usually not the long time. I kinda wish I wasn't. Here on the internet, I mean. I wish I had the ability to touch grass constantly. But then I wouldn't be doing... Oh, hiccups. Then I wouldn't be doing this, so... Pros and cons. Pros and cons. Oh god, did it break again? It's not breaking for 5 minutes, jeez. And the YouTube side is getting thrashed again. Rip. La da dee, da da dum, da da dum, da da dum. What else did I succeed in doing? I say succeed in doing because it's good to talk about one's successes because it leaves a positive impact on self and others. It's kind of like when you watch, this is actually a thing in sports. What we used to do, I was like in track and field. We used to watch other like professionals do things like hurdles. I was a hurdler, which is hilarious because nowadays I would probably detach my femur from my hip if I tried that. Okay, maybe if I practiced I could do it. Anyway, we watched professional hurdlers practice over and over, or the field folks would practice like would watch professionals do like the what are they called? They didn't have javelin in middle school. Probably a good idea. They don't want to give the 12 to 14-year-olds long pointy sticks that would accidentally stab somebody. Ah, what was it? Shot put. That's the one. Shot put is one of the field events. Long jump too? But you would watch those professionals over and over and study and analyze their movements to see how they did so well. And by studying and watching other people, you end up replicating those things. I was going somewhere with this and I got distracted by forgetting what things are. It's a learning by observation thing, basically. I was going somewhere with that. It was I disconnected. Shit. Not from the internet, from whatever I was talking about. I got too focused on the track and field thing. I locked in a little too much. Whoopsie. Where did my thought go? It wandered away. It's probably, I don't know. It's going somewhere. Beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. I should not do the Goofy impression again. It's a fun impression though. It's not particularly good. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, gotta do a big stretch. Make sure I sit up. Don't crush the diaphragm. Those are the things to do. Nice! Let's go. We are genuinely on a roll. We're definitely gonna make it before the hour mark to level 40. Maybe we'll get to level 40 by the 40-minute mark. We'll find out. We will indeed find out. Spin, spin, spin. There they go. They spin. I spin. You spin. We all spin. We all scream for ice cream. There was ice cream on sale at my local supermarket, and I really wish I got another pint. Not a pint, a quart. Was it a quart? What size do those come in? I think it's a quart. Yeah, it's a quart. I wish I got it because it was like basically 50% off. Technically it's not even ice cream because Eddie's slash Dryers, it depends on which coast you're on, but Eddie's slash Dryers, it doesn't have enough milk to qualify as ice cream. I learned this a while ago, and I think it's an interesting fact. So it qualifies as a frozen treat. On the bright side though, that means that my my gut doesn't have hell to pay for it every time I eat it. It does not give me the pain or the grumbles. I don't have lactose intolerance, or at least if I do, it doesn't manifest as strongly, and it's probably because I've tried to make sure that I build up a somewhat tolerance. I'm functional, basically. Very functional. Which is great, because I enjoy things like cheese sometimes. And stuff that have... Oh, one moment, goodness sakes, big yawns. Like I did say earlier, my night did not consist of much sleep. I wish it did. I so wish it did. But I'll get more tonight, so I'm happy about it. I am very happy about that. That's not going to be for a while, though. For now, I get to level grind and get ever so closer to level 99. But for now, we're just going to focus on getting to level 40, and we'll baby step. Baby steps. Soon enough, we're gonna be 59 levels away. Wait. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because we're currently at level 39. Yeah, we're about 60 levels away. We'll be 59 levels away. Isn't that awesome? We're gonna get close. Yay. It's gonna be so fun. I say this often. It's gonna be hilarious when I get to level 99 and beat up Twilight Thorn. I am so excited to see how short that fight is. Because I tested it out on level 35 a while ago. That fight went very quickly. Very, very quickly. I have a feeling it will one cycle. That's my guess. Maybe less than one cycle. Half a cycle, maybe. We'll get through the reaction commands, and then that's it. Bam! Why are we dropping frames so much? Holy Hera. Chill out for 5 minutes, dang. I forgot to clear something, didn't I? Rip. I will have to clear something later. I got distracted. I don't even know what I was looking at just now. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, it might just be me. Maybe. The iPad does indeed do that sometimes, and the iPad is the one that is currently watching the YouTube stream. The phone is watching the... Okay, good. For a second I thought it glitched out on the Twitch side, but nope, nope. We're good. We're good. I'm so glad I know this is kind of silly to say, but I am very glad I did start multi-streaming because I don't know. It gives me more to think about. Plus, I'm aware that the YouTube ads are a lot more skippable than the Twitch ones, so it's a win for me. I don't think ads come up on my Twitch, do they? I'm not an affiliate or a partner yet, so I shouldn't. Then again, I think they've started pushing out ads. It's gonna be a little while, but one of these days I am gonna have to do the whole onboarding thing for one or the other. So then, oh man, that's so scary. That's scary. I should not do the baby voice, but it's scary. It scares me. Paperwork scares me. We're working towards the next level. And we're getting the half of our HP, so then we can get more XP from these dusks. Yes. I need to sit up again because my back is mad at me, and this is probably better for my core if I sit up. Oh, good gravy. I've worked on some writing again. I think I said I was going to do that. I can't remember if I did. But I did work on some writing, so I'm very happy about that. I did the paragraph or 3 that I intended to accomplish, to establish that a character who exists in the past and literally haunts the narrative and everything else around him, yeah, he sucks. The character that haunts the narrative sucks. And I have made it thoroughly and abundantly clear. I mean, as if I hadn't already before, but sheesh. Yikes. That's the joy of writing, though. You can write about the most horrendous people ever, and the best part is that they don't exist. Unfortunately, there are some horrendous people in real life, but we're not gonna talk about them. Why did I say it like that? Oh well. But it is really fun, and then you can write and explore random situations and tell funny stories. Or you can tell really dramatic stories, or really sad stories, or mysteries. Or you can mess around with your imagination in the world of sciences and try to figure out whether or not you're going to accidentally predict something or not. That reminds me. This was like ages ago. I can't remember what we were talking about. I was talking with my dad. I think it was about Star Trek specifically. And he talked with me years ago about this. How one of the days he was watching one of the newer Star Treks, and one of the characters pulled out something that was basically a flip phone. And I think he was in a theater or something like that. It was one of the later Star Trek movies, but he pulls his phone out of his pocket and looks at it, because it's a flip phone. He looks at the flip phone and looks at the screen and just thinks, wow, this wasn't a thing back then, but now it is. It's actually the same with the sliding doors. Not sliding doors necessarily, but you know the automatic doors that open and close in the background in Star Trek, the original Star Trek? Those were pulled open manually and closed manually. They had to, I think they had to do some like pulling on a track from off stage from filming in order to do that. And now we have automatic doors that open and close, and they're often used at grocery stores, so people don't have to open and close doors while they're pushing their carts out. That is something that wasn't a regular thing back then. Either that or it was because Star Trek had the budget of 3 pennies and a tooth and a shoelace. I don't think it was that low of a budget, but so fascinating. There's just a bunch of cool things about Star Trek in general. Like, Next Generation, I think you can search it up, but there are videos out there of people stabilizing the cameras to show that it was actually the cameras shaking and the actors physically moving as if the ship was shaking whenever the ship got hit in Next Generation. And some people stabilize the video so you see the actors moving without the camera shaking. It's really funny to watch. I think the one that I saw had the song Turned Down for What edited to it, so it was probably posted in like 2012 or in the 2010s at least, early 2010s for sure. Yeah. Another thing about Star Trek, I actually have I think I have a couple of technical manuals of some of the stuff. Let me double check that. Let me look at that. Hang on. I'll let Roxas get beat up while I look. I might regret that, by the way. Let me find the lamp. There we go. The lamp is working. Let me get these 3 taken out. Did I take them out? Nice. I'll just hop on over and up here. Yes, there they are. Let me get in front of these 2 now. Yes, it is a technical manual, and it's based on the Next Generation. I love it. It used to be my dad's. I don't know if he ever read it. I never asked, and I wish I did. And then there's also, yeah, a companion, yeah, there's just a companion book. So cool. Ah, man. Hang on. I want to take out this group as well before I crack open one of them. Let's look at the companion book. I say let's as if I'm showing you it when I'm not. Next Generation. I think this was a gift from a family friend to my dad. Or if it was a lender, it never ended up back where it was supposed to be. Oh wow! Is this talking about the... Let me look further. Alright. Oh, is this talking... Oh, the companion might actually be talking about, like, the rebuilding of the series. Specifically building up the Next Generation. Oh, wow. Apparently they had a cat problem. Huh. That is so cool. So scheduling, filming. This is all very fascinating. If you ever get a oh my gosh. Yo, okay, so the companion book has, oh, it even shows the staff credits, but it actually goes like episode by episode in the seasons. That is so freaking cool. See, this is why I need to look at my books that are on my shelf. I need to do that. Alright, let's dive in and get ready for another round before I open the technical manual. This is what happens when I get distracted by things like that weather book that I got distracted by a few weeks ago. I still haven't finished the video editing me reading out the introduction, by the way. It's funny, but I don't know if it's that funny. I will find out once I finish editing it. We'll see. We will see. Actually, I'm just gonna take you out right away. The Dusk, I mean. Not you, Chad. I ain't gonna take you out. You're fine. Don't worry about yourself. You're good. Alright, let's get some damage. And back. Nice. Yeah. Oh, yep. It has a whole technical manual for the USS Enterprise. That is absolutely amazing and really cool. This is so awesome. Oh, it's even got the different versions of the Enterprise. This thing has probably got to be really stinking huge, too. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, they're even talking about, like, flight control. Oh my gosh. That is the control panel. That is so cool. Wait, there's layers in here. Interesting. I think the more apt for the series would be fascinating. For those who are just joining, I am looking at a technical manual of Star Trek: The Next Generation, specifically about the USS Enterprise NCC 1701-D. I'm probably mispronouncing it or something like that. That is so cool. I hope there's like a digital version of that out there somewhere. I'm gonna put this away. I don't want to get too distracted. As fun as getting distracted by Star Trek can be. Lovely series. Still have yet to properly watch all of the episodes all the way through. I was one of those kids who would like wander in and out while the show was going on. Because I was always, I think I was watching like Disney sitcoms, maybe some cartoons and stuff like that. I was also a hooligan who really liked watching the Weather Channel. So like while other kids are watching Saturday morning cartoons, I was watching the Weather Channel. It wasn't even like any special shows, it was just the local on the 8s. The weather maps were so fascinating to me. I did watch it like later at night too, like Storm Stories. I loved Storm Stories. I can't remember if there was another show, but there was definitely, I did see a special about tornadoes. Those things are fascinating, but they scare me. But Storm Stories was a very formative part of my obsession with learning about all the different types of weathers for a few years. And it got to a point of how many episodes I watched that I could always tell, like, if somebody didn't get interviewed, I'm like, oh, that poor person passed away. Like, I understood the concept right away of this person didn't get interviewed, they didn't make it. Which is kind of a morbid thought for a kid to have. And the more I think about it, like, nowadays, I'm like, that's actually really, really sad. It's kind of the same thing, like, this is in later years. I think it was, like, in college. For some reason, my tolerance for, like, I say violence and graphic programming, my tolerance was really high for some reason at the time. So, like, nowadays, I can barely get through, like, Stranger Things. I can barely get through Castlevania nowadays. I used to be able to get through it, no problem. Like, the blood didn't bother me or anything like that. But nowadays, I struggle with that. And during that time, I was binge-watching Forensic Files. A lot. Which, of course, I understand that it's definitely not a perfect show. They mostly focus on the forensics and catching the bad guy and stuff and get in the end. But there are some stories in there where it's just really, really sad. There's one episode that vividly sticks out to me. It's a very sad one. This kid went with his dad to a shooting range for a competition. And he was sitting in the indoor range and suddenly he falls out of his chair. And basically what happened is there was another range for the competition that was not built properly, like the earth bank wasn't built high enough, and the bullet ricocheted, bounced off, and ended up hitting him. It like bounced through the building. It's a very sad story, and it ended up upping a lot of regulation for one, modified guns for competitions. Like, you can no longer modify your gun for a competition, because that was a huge problem of, I think it was something to do with double firing the piston by accident. That was a very significant problem. But I think about that story a lot, where that kid did not have to pass. If like things had been done right in the first place, that wouldn't have happened. Like, if the competition had been remaining behind the firing line, the proper firing line for that particular range, things would have been better. The embankment, things would have been better. My Twitch app just crashed. Twitch app, why did you crash? Why? Where did you go? Where are you? Dang. There we go, fixed it. Every once in a while, one of my apps just closes. And more often than not, it's usually right when I'm using it, and it's like, that's great and all, but can you not do that for me? Please don't do that to me. Yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. Understanding some of the not fun aspects of life is an important thing. It's an unfortunate facet of life, and yeah. I did try watching Forensic Files again the other day, and since my tolerance of those topics is a lot lower nowadays, I can't get through it anymore. I can't do it, which is understandable. It's kind of nice. It goes to show I have I've gotten a little bit better in that I feel things. Sometimes emotions and feelings don't always connect to me. Sometimes I get a little bit disconnected, and then I'm like, crap. Aw, dang it, we didn't make it to the 40 by the 40 mark. I got distracted by Star Trek. Darn it. That's okay. We're still making progress, so I'm fine with it. Wee, spin, 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 spin. I just realized there's some dead roses in a vase on top of a mini fridge that I should probably eventually throw out. I'm not gonna throw them out yet, but I probably should get rid of them at some point. I also need to fix the clock that's sitting on top of that mini fridge. It's an older clock. I think it's supposed to do a spinny thing when it's running, but right now it is not active, so it's not doing any spinning or running or ticking. Technically I have another wall clock in the room, but I've just not replaced the batteries in it because I do not like the ticking sound. It goes back to the I can't stand a lot of noise at night thing. It makes it impossible to sleep. Ah. Nice. We're at a flat 1500, which means we have less than 800 dusks to go. Or less 8 back and forths, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Less than 8 back and forths. That's pretty good. That all depends, though, on my ability to keep up with the 8s. That sounds weird out of context, but I have been counting in 8s and 4s constantly ever since I started doing this on a regular basis. So basically since the end of September. I've been at this for about almost 3 months now. Heck yeah. Oh! I just remembered. The other day, I think I mentioned, there was a discussion about trying to figure out how to use Twitch Stories. I cannot use Twitch Stories because I am not an affiliate or a partner. That is what the problem was. It's literally just because I have neither of those, which kind of makes sense because, like, users, like, there's like a ton of users and not every one of them is gonna, like, be streaming. Some of them are just gonna have an account to, like, watch other streams. So, yeah. Good to know! Oh my goodness gracious. I made some delicious potatoes today. What you gotta do with those? You gotta chop them up into like, I want to say 1-inch cubes or so. You can variate with that. Like, I usually just chop the potato in half. These are yellow or gold potatoes. I chop them in half and then I chop them into like 12 or 9 or 12 to 9 pieces. Just depends on how many slices you do. Anyway, you get those. You put those in a bowl. You only need about like 7-ish potatoes? Maybe 7 depending on the size of the potato. You put those cubed potatoes in a bowl. You add maybe a tablespoon of olive oil. You stir that in. So then it gets coated in olive oil. Then you add salt and pepper and garlic powder, some minced garlic. And you make sure you preheat your oven to 425 in Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit, that's the word. And then once it's at Fahrenheit, well, at temp, so 425, cook them for like 30 minutes. Absolutely delicious. They should look like a little bit like they're starting to burn on the outside, like not like burning brown burn. They are so good. Unfortunately, I ate all of them. Like, I literally ate all of them, and I'm sad because I didn't get to share with family. And I want more. Also, I still feel the essence of garlic in my soul. Oh my goodness gracious. Guess who's gonna lay back? This person. It's not the same without... I was gonna say the bunny, but it's not a bunny, it's a bee. Get over here. I need to fight you, sir. There we go. Perfect. Oh, this is so not useful if I don't have a pillow to prop my head up. Let me get that. Alright, who wants to go first? You? Perfect. Let's go. Let's dance. I was late last night. Instead, I once again got distracted by my phone and got too distracted to boot up Kingdom Hearts and add to the grind. But I also wanted to level up on stream this time. Anyway. Plus, it was like almost time for... I was trying to get to sleep, okay? So, you know, we can think about the vampires in the dreams, just not while I'm awake trying to get to bed. That reminds me, this was back when I was on a church mission. This was like the first couple of weeks in. I did not have very good sleep for a lot of reasons. I was stressed. There was a lot of stuff going on. And in my dream, I was like going through, like, I was like trying to figure out a discussion with an anime character in that dream, and my brain was working overtime to try to think of what to say during the dream. It was so annoying. To be fair, like a few months prior, I was watching the series that the character came from, so it totally makes sense. It completely makes sense. I'll just tell you who it was. It was Kameda. Nagito Komaeda was haunting my freaking dreams. Not pleasant. He no longer haunts me, thank God. He will probably start haunting me again in January. Oh my God. That was the least good sneeze ever. Actually, it's better to say that was the least satisfying sneeze on the planet. Oh my gosh, and there's another one coming. Okay, the next one actually worked, as a sneeze is supposed to. Oh my gosh. Why am I even sneezing? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué mi nariz? ¿Por qué no me amas? Alright. Oh wait, I need to let these guys attack me because, yeah. Oh my goodness. Am I cold? I might be cold. Maybe that's it. That is a possibility. I was overheating earlier, so... I swear, I'm like... I'm not cold-blooded, but geez Louise, sometimes I... Oh, shit. Add that to the death counter, gang. That's the journal. Okay, cool. We don't have to go as far. Good job. I have now added to the death counter and cause of death, not paying attention. Good job, Yellowfang. Good job. Jeez, I had to watch that 3 times in a row. I need to pay attention because I don't want that to happen again. In all honesty, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Actually, it's really funny. Oh, goodness sakes. Alright, we're back on track. After that interesting delay. Oh my gosh. Still cracking me up. I say it's cracking me up when I'm not even, like, audibly laughing, but it's funny enough in my head. It just... Oh. The results of food. Speaking of food, I have been ravenously hungry. And you know what? If I get another string of hunger, I am going to open a can of green beans. I'm gonna microwave them for 2 minutes and I'm just gonna eat the whole can of green beans. I'm not even joking. I will eat the beans of the greens. Because a girl's gotta eat the veggies. Honestly, that is a real thing, though. I need to eat my vegetables more. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna sneeze anymore. Thank goodness. Alright, we spinning. We headbutting apparently. Lots of spinning. I do wonder how weird I say AI in terms of not generative type stuff. There's a difference between the whole generative AI and AI that's like for programming how enemies behave in games. But basically, I do wonder how the enemy AI is going to behave with 1, this ridiculous number of hours of gameplay, and 2, the fact that I have spent so much time in one area for a majority of the hours of the game. We're probably 70 hours in. We're definitely 70 hours into the file by now. Like, I can show you in just a second. Yeah, we're 70 hours in. This is going to be over 100 hours of work. Minimum. Just for the level 99. It's gonna be a lot. And then, after I get to level 99 and beat up Twilight Thorn, I'm going to continue throughout the rest of the game. So that is going to be an additional at least 40 hours on top of that. And hopefully I pay attention to some of the strategies and some technical stuff so I don't get stuck at certain places. Like, for example, this time, the second I get Chicken Little, I am summoning him constantly. Just the second I start getting summons, I'm going to start using them. I need to get in practice of doing that. I have a terrible habit of not doing that. I don't know why. Come here, basketball. It looks more like a volleyball. I say it every time, but flies like a basketball. The spine! The spine has decided to scream at me, which is extremely rude. Which probably means I need to crack it. It's not cracking. I'll live with it. Maybe. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll live with it. But will I complain? Probably. We're having a grand old time. Ow. I'm thinking about some other things. One of the things I need to think of is making a graphic that is not necessarily like the schedule, but basically gives a weekly I streamed these days sort of schedule. Like Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are usually the guaranteed days, except for holidays for obvious reasons, and then Friday is the flex day. I need to actually make it a thing that is physically seen, and maybe I'll pin it to my channel or make it my banner or something like that. What do I have on my banner on Twitter? Oh god. Do I want to know? I probably do. Who cares? Let me see. Come here, phone. We're looking at twitter.com. What is my banner? I haven't looked at my profile. Oh god. It was the modified banner that I tried to make ages ago that just... ugh. Yeah. I need to fix that. I need to fix that. Yikes. Is it working? Did I break it? Yeah, I broke it. Okay. Goodness sakes. Babysitting my stream, it's sometimes a struggle. Did I just hear something get knocked over? Did I just ignore something that I probably shouldn't have ignored? Am I about to FAFO? Is that what we're doing here? I'll see. I will see. Oh, good golly. Nice. Okay. Bam. Bam. Excellent. We're gonna hit the level 40 mark. Time is a magical thing. There's about 110 of these suckers left as long as I get 8 on all of them. And by 110 of them left, I mean 110 until the next level. And then we'll find out if I'm working in odds or evens. We've been working in evens for at least 2 levels now, but it's only a matter of time before I start seeing odd numbers again. I'm not looking forward to that. I always complain about odd numbers. I don't know why I don't like them. Something about them just really irritates me. I think it's just because I don't get the joy of being able to cleanly do some math with this. I think that's my problem. It's literally all just for mathematics' sake. Goodness sakes. Oh! Rude. Alright, now we got 100 of them left. Which means we've got a total of 8 back and forth now? Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. That lack of sleep thing is really frying my brain. Woohoo! I had to do some quick mental math to make sure I got a total of 24 XP out of those 3. The answer is yes, I did get, in fact, 24 XP out of those 3. Huzzah! Okay, now I'm hearing it again. I heard something. I'm suspicious of it. I should probably drink water. Like, I haven't drank water all stream. We're an hour in. I need water. Holy crap. This water bottle is mostly full. Usually it's about half full by now. Water is good for the soul. Very good for the soul. Holy Hera. Love me some H2O. That's the good stuff. We can also add an asterisk on the end of H2O with all the like little extra minerals that are also just make water taste better. I don't know what they are. I would love to know the perfect combination of minerals that I seem to enjoy in my water. That'd be awesome. I'll need to track down the water that I really like. Like when I'm like, ooh, this is real good water, I need to like get a sample of it and then try to find a way to get, to find out what is in there besides just water. Like, is there salt? Is there... what else could there be? I don't know. I would love to find out. I'm doing that thing where I'm like doing the slow blinking where I desync my blink. It's kind of like doing the wave with your eyelid. Oh no. Oh boy. Someone needs to rest, but I don't want to rest. I want to level up, dang it. I want to move forward. We're gonna move forward. It's happening today. I mean, technically we've already been moving forward, but I would like to move forward more. I'm gonna be further ahead by the time I finish this stream. I wanna see 71 or 72 hours on this thing. Oh my gosh. I've almost technically played this game of like a total of like if I played it straight 3 days straight. And that does actually ignore some of the extra minutes post-stream where I stare at the screen for a bit. And I'm just like, wow, I did a lot today. And then every once in a while I do a post-stream save, because I'm like, ah. Can y'all not kill me? I don't want this to be a 2-death stream. Thank you. What a lovely time. I'm looking at something again. One moment. That's not it. That is not it. Oh, that's how you pronounce that. Okay, cool. I will know how to say a name when I see them again. Good. Good, good, good. I'm very happy. I specify that because my eyesight is garbage. I still haven't seen my eye doctor. I haven't seen my eye doctor since God knows when. Probably since like late 2020 or something like that. So my eye prescription has not updated. And unfortunately, I have the Coke bottle thickness of glasses. The only reason these glasses ain't thicker is because I have a specific material that was unfortunately expensive. But the last time I got glasses, I was on insurance. I am no longer insured. And American healthcare is garbo. I should probably fix that at some point. I really should fix that at some point. Good lord. Maybe I should fix the eyeballs first. Or maybe I should fix the insurance part first. I remember having to set that up in the first place. Because, like, for some reason, like, towards the end of my college years, our school was like, hey, you either have to show us that you have, like, some sort of health insurance, or we're gonna auto-enroll you in our health insurance, and it's gonna cost you. And I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? Screw you, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to pay for that ish. So I managed to get things squared away, thank goodness. But I was so confused on the website that I literally just called customer support and I'm like, can you help me? I feel dumb as a doornail. And the person on the line was so freaking nice. I hope that that person is doing good, and I hope that they've survived in these past few years. Like, this place is a PvP zone almost. The only reason it's not a complete PvP zone is that nobody actually wants it to be a PvP zone. A lot of people act like they want it, but they don't actually want the smoke. Nobody really wants the smoke. Oh my god, these patterns literally just replicate. I've been staring at this level for too long. The almighty evil insurance. Funny enough, though, I'm just thinking about this the other day. I got my blood drawn. Insurance is expensive, so I don't have it. I could probably set that up again. I know where to set it up and how with. I would just need to set it up again. But anyway, I get my blood drawn. They actually gave me the comparisons of like without insurance and stuff like that, and I'm like, it's actually cheaper for me to just pay out of pocket for a blood draw to get my blood test and blood results and stuff like that. It was just because I wasn't doing well. Turns out iron is a very important supplement that I need in my diet. Same with B12, hilariously enough. I can't remember where in my results it said something about B12. But it is very necessary. B12 is very necessary for me, and I had to double dose. And by double dose, I mean, like, let me look at this real quick while I'm getting damage. Yeah, I need about 5,000 of those suckers. 5,000 MCG. By the way, B12 is, at least in the States, just like something you can literally buy in the store. I think they call those over the counter. But it's also a supplement. But also, even in the case of supplements, if you have a doctor, maybe double check and be like, hey, am I gonna accidentally overload myself by taking this supplement? Always good to check. You don't want surprises. Or in the case of vitamin C, you don't want canker sores. Or maybe that wasn't vitamin C. I don't know. Okay. Okay, we made it. We survived. Okay, we made it. We survived. Yay! I might need to clear some stuff, actually. Crap. Okay, I fixed my problem. Here we go. Had to fix some connectivity issues. But we are back online and back on board. Perfect. Alright. Nice. Most excellent. Alright, we're gonna get some more damage. We're gonna get ever so closer to level 40. Whew! Nice. Excellent. Perfection, even. I say perfection, but it's literally just me making sure that I get 8 XP instead of 4. I used to be a lot worse about it. Now I'm like, you know what? It's fine if there's a 4 there. I'll live. Yes, indeed. Whew. Alright, 300 XP remaining for like half a second. Nice, we're gonna get to level 40. Time must be doing the acceleration thing again. I say that because every once in a while, time seems to go a lot slower, and then other times, time just stretches out. Right now, we are in a time compression. Where the hours and minutes go faster than you are going. Or it's just a matter of I got distracted by a bunch of things pretty quickly. That is a possibility. Or I don't realize that I'm actually doing a bunch of micro sleeps in like 20 minutes apart. That is a possibility that I'm micro sleeping even as I speak. I kind of hope not. That got me thinking just now. Sleep studies. They have to do a lot of like wires and stuff, don't they? Like they have to do a lot of monitoring. I don't sleep well on my back. And that's often how they set up the sleep studies, so how do you do that if you're someone whose side sleeps? What do you do then? How do people sleep through that on their sleep study? It'd be great to know how I sleep. Maybe. Ooh, my back. I need to sit up. Sit up, don't crush the diaphragm, and also don't shrimp. No, turning into a shrimp allowed. 180 remaining, let's go. We've got about 1 1/4 of these suckers left. Let's go, bring it on. Oh wait, let me see how we are at the end of this. 2, 3, down. 160. Oh, hey, that's perfect. That's actually perfect, because then if I get a total of 80 XP out of the back and forth here, yeah, by the time we'll get 2 more of these back and forth, and then we'll be at level 40. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. I might need to drink some water. Where'd my water go? I'll do that while these two are beating me up. Hopefully I pay attention. Thought you got me, didn't you, son? Bam! Oh, I jumped right into it. Shoot! That's okay. That's the joy of fighting them over and over again, is you kinda get to know their personalities. We're just fighting a never-ending cycle. It's like a time loop, except I'm moving forward in terms of XP. Oh my gosh, it's cold. Why is it cold? It should not be this cold. I got thinking, since Kingdom Hearts is going on right here, one of these days, I really ought to pick up that one recipe find a recipe of sea salt ice cream and make that. I think that would be grand. I would love to make sea salt ice cream one day. If I did that, I would need to make some, like, not necessarily, oh wait, there's probably molds for that. For the ice cream popsicles, so then you can pour the ice cream stuff in there to set it in. I think that'd be awesome. Make some sea salt ice cream. And if I succeed on the first batch, maybe I'll film the second batch. I thought about doing another cooking video, because that one day I did that cooking with Fang video on YouTube, the one with the chicken. I think it's the butter chicken? I want to say it's the butter garlic chicken. I think it's butter. Maybe? Unless... Shoot, I'm gonna have to look at it. Oh, hi! It's Puppy. Excuse me, friend. Can I take you out? And by take you out, I mean take you out of the game for 5 minutes. Let's see what is going on. Shoot, I'm gonna have to do actual digging. That's okay. It is butter chicken. I was right. Why am I doing my voice like that? Every time I relax my voice whenever I'm streaming, it always goes like, I want to say somewhere in the South, but I'm pretty sure everyone in the South would smack me in the face if I ever talked like that to them. It's not even intentional. Oh hey, level up. Did I see an even number? Oh, Lord bless. We're working with even numbers still. Life is good. Life is good, we're working with even numbers. Ain't that great? You know what's weird? I have a feeling. I have this feeling. I'm gonna save. We're not done yet, by the way. I'm just saving because I have this feeling in my soul that I need to save. Does that mean I get to be beat up a lot more because of that? Yeah. Yeah, it does. But now with full confidence, I can say I have saved it at level 40. So, I'll take it. I will take it. Why do I keep moving the stinking bee plush? I want to lean back. I want to rest my head. golly. Oh, funny story. This happened, I believe, last night, because I was gonna write, but I kept getting distracted by, like, literally everything else. So instead of writing, I decided, hey, I'm gonna rip some CDs. And by rip some CDs, I mean download the music off of CDs onto a thumb drive that I have, which is overloaded with music and songs, so then I can plug it into my car for long journeys and listen to music offline without having to worry about accounts or Spotify or whatever, and I can voice command it so long as I remember how to pronounce it the way the computer wants me to pronounce it. Anyway, so I decided to put some CDs of mine on there. And then I thought, hey, wait a minute. There's still some leftover CDs from my sister, and there's some music that I would love to be able to listen to. And like some of them I already had. So that was kind of a funny, that was a funny incident, let's say. But I go to open one, fully expecting a Journey album. It is not the Journey album. I have no idea where the disc is. I have no idea where it went. But it was not the Journey album. It was like either a mix CD or a home video. One of the two. I don't know what it is. But it wasn't what I was looking for. And that was the case with like 3 other CDs. So I only got to add like, I think the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, specifically Fellowship of the Ring, because we've had that for ages. And I did put everything back, by the way. I always make sure when I borrow something that I always put it back, because I know how it feels for someone to borrow something and then they don't put it back, and then I can't find it for like 30.5 minutes, and then I'm like, gosh dang it, where did my damn stuff go? Anyway, so I was able to put that. I finally put the Fallen album of Evanescence on my flash drive, and I also put a K-pop album on there, the one that I've made, the first album. Because then that way I can just summon up the song by saying, play such and such song. It's a beauty. That's the joy of physical media. You can download it onto like a flash drive or onto your phone and stuff like that, and you'll always have a physical copy and stuff, and you can just kind of copy for your own personal use and stuff. Once you get into the commercial zone, that's when they hate you. But if it's a physical media, like, it's yours. You bought it, you paid for it, it's yours. End of discussion. You get to keep it. The only downside is if the physical media gets damaged, then you're kind of screwed. Unless you can find another copy, or if you happen to save a copy of the file. Like I said, always save a copy. Come here. Let me grab another orb before it gives me damage. Can I... There we go. Jeez. I was getting real sick and tired of hearing that siren. But yeah. Yeah. Physical media. Very important. Ugh. I wish some of the discs in the house would have stayed in their containers, though. Gosh darn it. But no, they gotta be in the ether or some shit. Alright, we're below 1500. Let's go. We started off with about 1600 odd numbers. I don't think we're gonna make it below 10k tonight. I'm not that crazy. Even though that would be very funny. Whoo boy. Oh. Oh my goodness gracious. I wish I wasn't so sleepy. Oh my. Maybe I should drink more water. I think I should drink more water. That'd be good for me. I love water. It's the best. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh wow, I managed to drive myself all the way down without looking at the screen. It's an accomplishment to me. Oh goodness me. And that's on the bingo card, if I remember right. I should make that bingo card template look fancy again. I need to figure out my color schemes. That'd be grand. Purple and yellow is a nice color combo, but it's not exactly the most appealing. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's the color combo of that one villain from The Kid in King Arthur's Court. Was it just called A Kid in King Arthur's Court, or was it a baseball player in King Arthur's Court? I remember a movie where this baseball kid, in the middle of a game, there's an earthquake, he falls through a crack in the ground, and he ends up in, like, Camelot. Arthur's old in this film, and he's very confused and, like, very modern. 90s kid? 80s or 90s kid, one of the two. Like, at one point he uses the CD drive as a weapon because the laser disc didn't have the safety on it, so he laser-eyed somebody, took out their eyesight at one point. He also blasted music in his trial by combat, which was funny. And I think he also, like, he had his rollerblades with him or something. So he brought them to, like, a woodworker, and the woodworker made rollerblades. It's such a wild movie, but it's very funny. It's a fun movie to watch. It doesn't have to be historically or lore accurate, but it was so hilarious. Also, I think Merlin was in a well, because he was dead. This isn't your regular Arthur Merlin / fic thing. This is pre-Merlin, definitely pre-Merlin. Goodness me. Those guys are separated by decades. It was so funny though. But like, for some reason, I guess Arthur had 2 daughters. The eldest daughter, she didn't want to be married off to like someone random. She had this guy that she really liked though, this one night. And then, like, there's, of course, the evil advisor that was, like, trying to take over the kingdom. You know, the classic. And, like, the younger sister really liked the main kid. And then the older sister, was, like, not into the whole arranged marriage potential thing, so. Should I spoil it? The movie does end in like a jousting tournament though. And it's a pretty entertaining jousting tournament, actually. Very entertaining jousting tournament. Nah, screw it, I'll spoil it for you. For anybody who wants to watch Kid in King Arthur's Court, cover your ears for about 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. The oldest daughter plays as a, like, she sneaks into the tournament as a mysterious knight to challenge for the favor to marry the daughter herself, basically. There's a mysterious knight. She is the mysterious knight. She wins the tournament. And she gets the opportunity to choose the one she loves to marry. It's fantastic. I love it to bits. That era was a very interesting time for films. Like, I think that came out the same year that this other movie called Motocross came out, where this one girl, she really liked dirt bikes and stuff and did motocross, and she had a brother, and so she disguised herself as a brother or something like that. She cut her hair super short and then participates in motocross because people were being mean to her for being a girl who liked motocross. And then I can't remember if she won that. She did really well, though. It was pretty awesome. That was a fun film, too. I think that one is one of those Disney Channel original movies. Motocrossed. That's what it's called. Fun film. Very fun. Alright. Bam. Bam. We're making progress. We've gotten to level 40. I'm trying not to turn into a shrimp by sitting up. I've got the hiccups for some reason. Oh my goodness gracious. You know what would be kind of fun? I could go for a snow cone right about now. And not just any snow cone. I would specifically pick a lemon lime flavor or something like that. So the syrup, maybe it be half green, half yellow for the lemon lime or something like that. I think that would be great. Lemon lime snow cone. Maybe just the lime or the appley flavor. Whatever it is, that's the green flavor. Yeah, I'll stick to the green flavor. Although, if you pick the green and yellow... Wait, is it the green and yellow? Yeah, wait, no... No, it's blue and yellow that make the green. Jeez Louise, I'm forgetting my primary colors in the color wheel. Yikes! That's not on the digital side, by the way. The RGB is the one, so red, green, and blue. That's the digital basics. For traditional art, it's red, yellow, blue. Yeah, that sounds about right. Goodness me. Oh, jeez. I was not supposed to turn. I was just leaning sideways, and I turned the same way I was leaning. It's kind of like when you're driving a game? Driving a car in a game and you lean into the turn to try to turn faster. It doesn't always work. I probably shouldn't do this for too long. I can feel a disturbance in my elbow, as in my elbow is screaming at me, please stop leaning on me, that hurts. It does not appreciate being flattened out like a pancake. It also doesn't like being bent too long. My elbows just hate me. They do like stabbing things, though. Those things are bones of steel or something like that. Elbows are lifesavers, that's what I say. If you're ever in trouble, if somebody grabs you from behind, you know what you do? You slam their elbow, not their elbow. You slam your elbow into their solar plexus. Hard. I guarantee you. They will cough and wheeze. But you gotta do it. And you gotta commit to it. You gotta jab them. Like, bam. Did I take him out already? No, I did not. He's just bouncing around. Let's name the zone. I don't remember that song all the way through, so why would I name the zones of the open sea? Why would I do that? It's always the songs I don't know that get stuck in my head. Woo! Haven't done the clicking in a while. Points to whoever gets that on their bingo card. I need to make a randomized bingo card for this instead. I'll have to build one later. I wonder if I can make a program for it. I could make a program in Java for that. Who am I kidding? Once upon a time, I could do some real silly things with Java programming. Especially with the graphics library. I used to get a kick out of the graphics library. It was a lot of fun. I also made a little program once that was meant to be a random question generator for, what was it called? For writing. for when you get writer's block, random question generator. And I think I still have the file. I still have like the list that it pulls the questions from. I don't remember how to load it or how to work it, but I remember it, and it was a lot of fun. It was loads of fun. Who am I kidding? And I managed to complete the project it was my senior project. Probably not the most impressive senior project, but it was mine and I loved it. Good times. Oh, by the way, fun fact that I learned from that presentation. They did let me know it's okay to fake up a mock-up. Instead of having the question goes here, you can just fake up a mock-up for the setup. You're allowed to do that. I was a very honest person. I still try to be a very honest person. Who am I kidding? I like being honest. It's more fun that way. Can't rug pull me when I'm not lying. Sucker. So silly. Oh my gosh. I'm really tempted to lay on the floor and just fall asleep, but I'm not gonna do that. Not yet. Not for a good while. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I'm thinking about it again. Oh. I'm thinking of making my be right back, my thank you for watching, and my stream is loading screens more consistent. Mainly in terms of the backgrounds. Because as of right now, I still like for the screens. Although if I do fix that on this computer, I also need to get the files over to the other one to replace that. So that'll be fun. It's okay, it's part of the fun. It's part of the challenge. It's a challenge. But I gotta start thinking about colors and how I want it to look. I'm gonna make one of my own for the time being, though. Oh my. I gotta figure out what I want it to look like. Whew. Sheesh. Haven't heard that in a while. Hang on a second. I need to not remove my eyeball per se. I say that as a joke, but I do need to, rub my eyeball because it feels like I have just woke up in the morning. When I have not just woke up. Apparently nap time for me. It's not nap time yet though. It's too early for nap time. Oh my gosh. This is what I get for not being able to sleep last night. But I will be alright because I already leveled up and yeah. I have made progress. That is the joy. That's the sauce. Sorry about all the I gotta exhale and I can feel my life force draining from me. The game is just fine. I'm just looking at the comfiness of a good pillow that's cold. A good cold pillow. Oh. Oh my gosh. 1, 5, 3, 2, 4. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. I wonder if I hit a sugar crash or a post-food crash. Maybe I should have had a whole can of green beans like I thought I would. Instead of, I had a couple crepes, an apple, half, and then a whole bowl of those really delicious potatoes that I made. I wonder if I didn't feed myself right. I'll have to think about that. Maybe I'll think about it in my dreams. When was the last time I played on that server? It can't have been too long ago. Why, I think it was only a couple days ago. That's right. I was AFKing on the Minecraft server of my friends and and I was making sure that I had more paper so then we could make more rockets for Elytra flying. It's a very heavily modded server, so technically speaking, that's not really needed. But I'm also very much confused half the time when it comes to some of the mods. I could probably stand to just learn and read from them. Like, there are manuals for how to do it, all the fancy stuff that my fellow friends are doing. But I also just want to learn some of the base game stuff because I am not very good with some of the base game stuff. Like, literally, I learned to make a paper farm, and then I had to learn some of the redstone to get it so then the crafter setup would work. Like the auto crafter. And then, what else? Oh, and then I had to remember how to make a creeper farm. And make it just a creeper farm. Spoiler alert, there were trapdoors involved. And then I had to make sure that I had my AFK spot above the spawner, so then that way there wasn't a bunch of mobs spawning in the caves below the surface. So that was fine and dandy. Jeez, I am so sorry about that swerving. Holy mackerel. Sorry. I tried playing Guitar Hero again the other day. It was really depressingly bad, as in I was depressingly bad at it. I used to be a little bit better. I used to be able to play medium songs and a couple of hard songs. But, now I'm just kind of stuck on the easy difficulty. I'll have to learn again. Plus, I think the guitar is very desynced, so it does not help. Did I ever take the batteries out of that controller so then they don't cause a leakage? Shoot, I'm gonna have to check that later. Ah, screw it, I'm checking it now. I'm checking it now. I gotta make sure those batteries aren't eating the Wiimote. Please don't be eating the Wiimote. Let me make sure. Okay, that feels empty, but I want to make sure. Okay, that's empty. It seems silly, but it has made time between my Wii uses a lot easier to deal with because one, I don't have rotten batteries sitting in my Wiimote, and two, wait, did I already take out these guys? No, I did not. That's why I checked. But two, if they're just left alone in there, it slowly drains the battery because it's always ready to be a remote. So if you don't use it for a while, it just kind of slowly drains the battery over time, and then the next time you use it, oh, the battery's almost dead. It's just like, I haven't touched a dang thing. So yeah. Always good to do that. Okay. I'm gonna move away from the door. Ow. That was an actual pain, by the way. I'm going to stare at numbers real quick. And by numbers, I mean phone notifications. Let's see. I don't know what it is today, but for some reason I am just in the low fuel mode. Constantly low battery. I can hear my internal brain going beep 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 the same way my headset does when it's like, hey, you got a low battery, sucker. Did I already get these guys? I think I did. Oh no. I did. I did. Oh my. Fingers crossed that I can sleep. Oh my gosh. Gang, you know what I forgot about? We can fix this right now. I gotta wake up the desktop to do this. Ugh. You know what I forgot to change? I forgot to change the overlay. I completely forgot about that. Just completely spaced on it. See, this is why I recommend a good night's sleep. At minimum 8 hours. I say 9 because my REM cycle runs for 3 hours. I am not joking, this is the truth. My REM cycle is a 3-hour cycle. Some people's are 2, and I am jealous. Whew, golly. Okay, I'm gonna take out these 3, and then, why isn't it working? There we go. Wait. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't, have another on-screen death because I didn't pay attention. Huh. Okay, overlays. Come on, overlays, work with me. Elements is being a bully. I'm just kidding, it's nice to me. It's very nice to me. The only time it's a bully to me is when I'm just minding my own business. I try to refresh the overlay, and it's like, would you like to have problems and me freeze the overlay entirely so that your stinking marquee doesn't work? And I'm like, no. And it says, well, that's too dang bad. Screw you, poor fool. I don't know. Alright, let's get that show on the road settings. Back. Uh-oh. Let's get some orbs. Reversal. Beat them up. Okay, cool. Now that I got that square, save that. Yay, and now I gotta refresh the overlay. So then it doesn't drive me insane. And also so then the thing will work. Is it refreshed? There we go. Perfect. Okay, now the overlay is actually accurate. Said it once and I'll say it again. The benefits of good night's sleep include remembering to update your overlay when you level up. Is the overlay? Overlay. It also helps with your ability to drive. This was proven on Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters! Oh, jeez. I meant to say Mythbusters. Bad sleep impairs your driving. Just as bad, if not worse, than drinking and driving. Also, just don't drink and drive. So if it's bad to drink and drive, imagine imagine driving while sleep deprived. See what I mean? See what I'm talking about? I just keep running my mouth. Oh, update for anyone who is here or is watching the VOD. That door problem, for the moment, is fixed. We can actually go through the door, thank goodness. So far, we haven't had to replace the door. I just need to go and pick up some parts, and then it'll be fully functional and supported. So, the door saga has come to a satisfying and hopeful conclusion. That doesn't involve spending $600 to buy and install a door. I am very happy about this outcome. I just gotta go fetch the parts. Ooh, I can feel the cold. I do not like the cold. Why is this the case? You know, I'm just thinking. I should start my laundry. I really should. Would you like to come with me while I take a laundry no. Let's not do that to chat. Let's not make chat do laundry with me. That'd be kind of funny. If I were to make a house that didn't actually show the outside world and do like a little day in the life stream every other week, I think that would be a hilarious stream meta type thing. It'd technically be an IRL stream, or would it be just chatting? Who knows? That's a good question. Although that could get really weird real fast, because of, like, basically if it did the day in the life thing, it would reveal the layout of the theoretical house. This theoretical house would have fake windows, by the way. So as to not reveal locations, because safety is very important. Safety is safety. I say something along those lines when it comes to driving. I say safety over speed. Oh my god, I'm falling asleep. No. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not doing this on purpose, by the way. Okay. How much XP do we got? $14,774. That's a lot. Nice. Let's do some more damage to these guys. I think I've said this before, but... Well, okay, I always preface that with the I think I said this before, but I know I've said this before. I watch other Minecraft YouTubers because they inspire me. They create stuff, a lot of things from just blocks. They use blocks in ways that I could have never anticipated, that sort of thing. They paint. They are artists with blocks as their medium. Anyhow. So I like to watch this little series called Guess the Build. And funny enough, one of the folks on there mentioned a old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie that I remember specifically growing up with. It's not the one with the stop motion, by the way. It is like a hand-drawn animated. The animation can be a little bit atrocious. I'm not joking. It can be a little stiff. You can tell they had a budget of a few dollars. and all of the budget went to the voice actors. I'm not even joking. Eric Idle is in it. John Goodman is it. Whoopi Goldberg. Who else am I missing? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of famous actors, famous and big names in those. Anyhow. So that was brought up because one of the prompts was like Christmas movies or something like that. And Jem was the one who brought up that obscure Rudolph movie. And I was like, hey, I remember that one. And I still had the VHS, so I watched it the other day. And now that I've rewatched it, not twice, just once. Now that I've rewatched it, I'm like, huh, some of the music is still stuck in my head. Like the one song that plays during the sequence when Rudolph actually does the whole, like, leading the group into the sky for, like, out of the North Pole through the storm. That song sometimes just plays in my head, but only the chorus of the whole We Can Make It If We Try. Very inspiring. It sounds not as inspiring, but it's good. The music slaps. There's a reason why I watched it a lot as a kid. Also, I think Kathleen Barr was the voice of older Rudolph, which was really trippy, but also kind of cool. Oh, hiccups. There we go, hiccups. These ones hurt, actually. That's okay. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna take out these last 3 here. I can feel all of my joints creaking really loudly, which is hilarious because they do not actually creak. But I feel it. I feel it in my bones for taking the 12. Because I'm gonna start and roll the laundry, and I am gonna get myself a good night's sleep so that hopefully tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, I will not be a dead battery, because I feel it in my soul. Very eepy. But we've made lots of progress, and we did in fact make it to 71 hours in. So I'm pretty happy with the results. Did I make as much progress? No. Did I do in as much time as last time? Also no. But I'm gonna regard my health for a bit. And I'm gonna sound suddenly very peppy in a second. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. If you enjoyed it, or any of my other streams, please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube side, on the Twitch side, just the follow button. And be sure to check in on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and occasionally Fridays at 6:30 p.m. PST or 9:30 p.m. EST. One of these days I will pick a time of day that's better for everyone, but for now this is the time that works best for me. If you want to see when I'm actually going live without the notifications, I do have a Twitter and a Blue Sky, and I also do my community post on YouTube to announce when I'm live. I also sometimes post random art pieces and stuff. Like just the other day I posted an old design of a Keyblade that I drew up a few ages ago. A few ages ago? I mean, that's not technically wrong. It's not wrong. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna send you to my ending stream screen, and once I end the stream, I am taking the longest nap in the world. I really hope I actually get some good sleep tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good day, night, evening. Wait, what's the missing time? Afternoon. Have a good one.